Chapter 18, A Question of Time. Phileas Fogg was a prisoner at Liverpool police station. He looked at his watch. It was 2 o'clock. He had to be at the club at 8:45. At 33 minutes past 2, the door opened and the detective ran in. He could hardly speak. "Sir, I am very sorry. A mistake. The robber was arrested 3 days ago. You are free." Phileas rose to his feet quickly for the first and last time in his life. He hit Mr. Fix in his face very hard. The travelers ran out, jumped into a carriage, and in a few minutes arrived at the station. The London train wasn't there. They were too late. Phileas Fogg then ordered a special train. There were some delays along the line, and when their train arrived in London, it was 10 minutes to 9. Phileas Fogg arrived 5 minutes behind time. He lost his bet. Was he very unhappy about it? Jean and Aouda were unhappier about the bet than Phileas. He had a new plan. At home, he stayed in his room all day, but at 7:30, he came down to have a talk to Aouda. Surprisingly, he was not sad. He looked at Aouda and smiled. "I am sorry, Aouda. I brought you to England, and now I am ruined. What will become of you now? For myself, I need little. Your friends, your relatives. I have no friends. I have no relatives. Do you want to have a relative and a friend? Will you ask me to be your wife?" Mr. Fogg's eyes opened wide, and his arms went round her. "I love you. I love you and have loved you for many days." Some minutes later, Mr. Fogg ran for Passepartout, and he came at once. Mr. Fogg had Aouda's hand in his hand. "Jean, can you speak to Mr. Wilson at my church? Isn't it too late?" Never too late. It was then 5 minutes after 8. "It will be for tomorrow? Monday?" the servant asked. "For tomorrow, Monday," answered Mr. Fogg and Aouda. Passepartout went off, running as fast as he could. At 8:35, Jean was back. He was red in his face and couldn't speak. "What is the matter?" asked Mr. Fogg. Marriage. Impossible. Tomorrow." "What? Why? Tomorrow is Sunday." "Monday," said Mr. Fogg. "No, today is Saturday. You have made a mistake of 1 day. We arrived 24 hours ahead of time, but there are only 10 minutes left." Phileas gave a cry, clapped a hand to his head, ran from the house, jumped into a cab, promised £100 to the driver, and after running over 2 dogs and running into 5 carriages, arrived at the Reform Club. Of course, when you go round the world to the west, you lose 1 day. When you go round the world to the east, you have 1 more day. Mr. Fogg's friends were at the card table in the club. Nobody said anything because they were not really happy. They didn't want to win the bet because they liked Phileas Fogg. 8:43, said one of them. At 8:44, Phileas Fogg opened the door and said in his calm voice, "Gentlemen, here I am." Yes, Phileas Fogg in person.